A very warm and pleasant good morning to the students. Today we are going to study chapter 1 of class 10th Ncert. The name of the chapter is Chemical Reaction and Equation. The word chemical reactions represents when two chemical combines to form a new chemical. It is known as chemical reaction, and the equation so formed is known as chemical equation. Whenever chemical change occurs, we can say that a chemical reaction has taken place. As we know that in chemical reactions, two chemicals combine to form a new chemical, and the new chemical has its own nature. That's why a chemical change occurs. There is an activity given here. In this activity, you have to take a burner, a watch glass, a magnesium ribbon, and a tongue. Gently place the magnesium ribbon in the tongue and put on the burner, and slowly move the magnesium ribbon towards the burner. You will observe that a dazzling white flame comes through it when it will come in contact with the oxygen of the surrounding, and the white ash will flow through it in the watch glass. The white ash is in the form of magnesium oxide. Magnesium ribbon burns with a dazzling white flame and changes into a white powder. This powder is magnesium oxide. It is formed due to reaction between magnesium and oxygen present in the air. As we've seen in this example, there is one more activity given here. In this activity, we have to do that. Take some zinc in a conical flask, then put some dilute hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid in it, then shake it gently. We will see that hydrogen gas will evolve through it. Here we can see that whenever chemical reactions take place, there are many changes occurs in it, like change in state, change in color, evolution of gas, and change in temperature. We have seen many activities for this, like change in state and change in color. We have seen in the magnesium ribbon case. In the magnesium, it changes into solid state, and evolution of gas. Like in this activity of zinc, we have seen that hydrogen gas evolves. There is a large variety of chemical reactions taking place around us. Like you have seen that whenever we mix salt, that is NaCl, into water, it dissolves in it. That is also a chemical reaction in our daily life. Now the word chemical equation. This description of chemical reaction is a sentence from Quatermain. Instead of writing the full sentence like when magnesium ribbon burns in oxygen, it gets converted into magnesium oxide. It is too lengthy, so for making it short, we have to write it only like it's by name, like magnesium plus oxygen gives magnesium oxide. Always write the combination element, the element which are combining, in the left hand side, and this side is also known as the reactant side, and the product so formed is in right hand side, which is the product side. Writing a chemical equation, chemical formulas instead of words. We can also write, instead of the name of the chemicals, its formula, like magnesium Mg, oxygen O2, and magnesium oxide MgO. This is a chemical equation of the chemical formula. Now, one more question is that, is this equation balanced or not? We can check for balance condition, like we are taking the same equation, Mg plus O2 gives MgO. We can see here that magnesium has one atom here, O2 has two atoms, Mg has one, and O has also one. But in the left hand side, O has two atoms, but in the right hand side, O has only one atom. So we can say that this equation is not balanced. But for balancing this equation, it is very important to balance the equation as we can say that you have studied in class 9 law of conservation of mass, which is said that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Or in other words, we can say that the number of atoms of each element remains the same before and after a chemical reaction. So in Mg1 and here also Mg is 1. So Mg is balanced. There is no need to change any in it. But oxygen has 2 atoms. But here oxygen has only 1 atom. So we have to do 2 here so that oxygen get balanced. And but Mg atom has been changed. Here Mg has 2 atoms, but here Mg has only 1 atom. So we have to place 2 here also. Now here Mg is also 2. Here also Mg is 2. Now we can say that this equation is balanced. I am rewriting it so that you all can understand carefully. It is our balanced equation. Now, there are some more examples given here based on the activities we have done so far. The above word equation may be represented by the following edge. Let us try to balance the following equation. So for balancing equation, first of all we have to write the same equation The balancing of chemical equations is a very important topic as it always comes in the exam. So to balance the chemical equation, first you can do like this also, okay, but I am giving a simple trick. Just see, first of all, how many atoms Fe contains? Fe contains 1 atom here. Hydrogen contains 2 atoms. Oxygen contains 1 atom. Just makes a table like here and place the atoms Fe, H and O. Right here LHS, that is left hand side, reactant side, and RHS, which is product side. In right hand side we have seen that Fe has only 1 atom, but in the right hand side Fe has 3 atoms. Similarly, H has 2 atoms in the left hand side, and in the right hand side H has also 2 atoms. That means H is balanced. And oxygen has 1 atom in the reactant side, but oxygen has 4 atoms in the product side. So this equation is not balanced. Now we have to balance, right? So Fe is not balanced. So first of all we have to place 3 here to balance the Fe. Now Fe is balanced. We don't have to do anything to Fe. Similarly, H is also balanced, but oxygen is not balanced. Oxygen in left hand side is 1, but oxygen in right hand side is 4. So we have to put 4 here so that the oxygen is balanced. But for it, the hydrogen atom has been changed. It comes to 8. But in the right hand side, oxygen is only 2. So for it, we just have to place 4 here. Now it also comes to 8 atoms. This equation is our balanced equation. As you can see that Fe has 3 here. Here also Fe is 3 atoms. And hydrogen has 8 atoms here. Here also hydrogen has 8 atoms. Oxygen has 4 atoms. Oxygen has 4 atoms. So our balanced equation is you must have to do these 3 steps to get all 3 marks in your board exam. Now, writing symbol of physical states. To make a chemical equation more informative, the physical state of the reactants and product are mentioned along with their chemical formula. The physical states are the gaseous states, liquid, aqueous, and solid states of the reactants. The gaseous states are noticed by the small g above the equation. and liquid with a small l, aqueous with AQ. What do you mean by aqueous solution? Aqueous solution are those solution. Aqueous solution are known as the solutions which are present in the water, right? And the solid state is represented with S. In the balanced equation, that is one that we have just balanced, we can also check our balance equation. 3Fe plus 4S2, Fe3O4 plus 4S2. Our equation is 100% correct. Now, Fe is in the form of solid state, hydrogen is in the form of gas, but hydrogen I'm saying, water is in the form of gas. You always know that water is in the form of liquid, but the gas represent here that water is in the form of steam air. So don't get confused. And Fe3O4 is in the form of solid and S2 is the form of gas, that is hydrogen gas. Sometimes the reaction conditions such as temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. for the reaction are indicated above or below the arrow in the equation. For example, carbon oxide gas plus hydrogen gas H2 combines with energy 348 Tm to form methanol, that is CH3OH liquid. Another example is 6CO2, that is carbon dioxide gas in the form of aqueous, and 12H2O, that is water in the form of liquid, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll forms C6H12O6 aqueous, that is glucose. You have to remember the glucose chemical form. The 6O2, that is oxygen gas aqueous, plus 6H2O, that is water, is a very important equation. You have to learn it carefully. You can also balance the equation or check for the balance criteria as I have teach you. Now students, there are some questions given here. You have to do these questions in your notebook, or you don't have a notebook, then take out a page like this and write headings, chapter name, title, and do these questions. Okay, you are giving marks according to your copy only when the school reopens after the lockdown. I am giving some notes also in the last of the video, and I will provide link also in the description. You must have to complete all the notes in your copy. Thanks student, we will meet you in the next class and we will start the topic types of chemical reaction. You just need to read this topic truly so that you will understand better in our next class. Thanks student. Another example is 6CO2, that is carbon dioxide gas in the form of aqueous, and 12H2O, that is water in the form of liquid, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll forms C6H12O6 aqueous, that is glucose. You have to remember the glucose chemical form. The 6O2, that is oxygen gas aqueous, plus 6H2O, that is water, is a very important equation. You have to learn it carefully. You can also balance the equation or check for the balance criteria as I have teach you. Now students, there are some questions given here. You have to do these questions in your notebook, or you don't have a notebook, then take out a page like this and write headings, chapter name, title, and do these questions. Okay, you are giving marks according to your copy only when the school reopens after the lockdown.